Hi there, indie mogglers. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a really cool sword. Now, the things you're going to need are pretty basic. For this design, I'm using a skinny, fairly long plank of wood, about the right size for a sword. This is only going to be the blade. The handle, just a piece of wood I found in the woods. Okay, it's pretty round, pretty straight, and that's going to look fun. Also need a knife and whatever color spray paint you want, generally silver, but I'm going to make the sword from Aragon, zar'roc, so I'm going to use red and black, and an optional Pepsi. As you can see, I already drank it all, but yeah, a drink is a good thing to have when making swords. Now, the first thing you're going to do, take the handle and just cut it down to size. And now once you do that, get off a nice piece. For a hand and a half sword, you'll want to have about 2 hands being able to hold on to it at the same time. Just gonna take the knife, get as much of the bark off as you can, and try to keep the wood on, because otherwise it's gonna be really funky shape, and you don't want that. So that's pretty good. Should make a nice handle. Now, in the garage, you're going to need a jigsaw. You're just going to take it and cut a notch big enough for your piece of wood to fit into, because then you're going to fill it up with wood glue and just stick the blade in there. With your handle notched, you can go ahead and check it, make sure it's okay. Should be about 1/2 inch to 1 inch, depending on the length of the blade. You're going to draw whatever design you want on the sword so you can cut it out. A ruler is helpful here. Once you're done with your design, go ahead and cut it out very, 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 very carefully. Do it slow. You can use the maximum speed, like I'm going to, but don't push it very hard, because you want to stay on the line perfectly. I want to get all the crispies off the edge. One sword blade. Next thing you have to do is sand it, because the edge is going to be pretty sharp, and as you can see, maybe you can see it, I messed up in a few places, went a little off, so sander will take care of that. Talked about using paint for the handle earlier, but instead I'm going to use tape, because in Aragon, zar'roc has a wrapped handle with some sort of cloth leather wrap thing. Bing! And tape will imitate that perfectly. So you're going to want black duct tape, or whatever color for your sword, but I'd choose black. Just fold it in half for the wrap look. kind of like that. And then I'll just repeat this process until I get to the end. And the reason why I'm not just taking a piece of tape that's like 3 times as long as this and using it to go all the way around is because it's harder to fold that way. It's a lot easier to fold and a lot better if you just use small pieces. Oh, and also make sure the fold is on the outside of your wrap, because that'll make up for if the two ends when you fold it, it didn't come quite together. Done.
Now I tried to do the colors by taping up the edges, but it turned out like this, and it pretty much stinks, as you can see.
So I'm just going to go over it with red paint, and then I'll try and fold the edges just a little bit with the black, and try and guesstimate that way. And that's how it looks in the movie anyway, so it should be fine. Now, while I was waiting for the paint to dry, I decided to go ahead and work a little more on the handle. Now, zar'roc has a gigantic sapphire in the pommel.
Bing!
And I don't have enough money for a gigantic sapphire. So, next best thing, construction paper. And a 3x5 card for more support. Now, zar'roc's pommel also has very intricate designs around the sapphire, but I can't design very well or carve or anything like that, so I'm just going to use bunched up tin foil and we'll see how that works. Now, the handguard up here on zar'roc has the same kind of carving stuff on it. And as you can see, the tin foil worked reasonably well. So I'm going to use the same thing for up there, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently in that I'm going to frame it with wire from a hanger. I put some Elmer's glue in the slot and I left it to dry for a couple days. Now that the glue is sufficiently dry, I'm going to take more foil and just cover up all this ugliness around here and attach it with hot glue. Hi, it's me again. Now, I put a lot more work into this baby than you guys will ever know about unless you go out and try it yourself. That's all I got for now. See you later. Have a happy Mogulween.